Hello everyone, and welcome back to Empress. My name is Alligator. I've got the one and only Kirby by my side to bring you all the action from these upper bracket semifinals between Five Guys and Glorp Academy. But before we get into it, Kirby, my friend, how are you doing on this fine Saturday?
I'm doing pretty alright. How about you?
That's good to hear. I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited. I'm pumped if you can't tell because we've got some great Valorant ahead of us. I think you can see it right there at the very bottom of your screen. We've got a best of three between these two teams who, of course, won their quarter-final games. We had Glorp Academy already here on the broadcast last week. We will still have some shenanigans today. And Five Guys who won their game, I believe, off stream. The number one seed coming into the playoffs, 7-0 during the regular season. Glorp Academy, number 5 seed, 4-3. They played on different groups, so they haven't met just yet. We've got the map set right here. We've got Split, picked by Five Guys. Glorp Academy chose defense. Ascent, picked by Glorp Academy. Five Guys chose attack, which is very interesting. And should we have a decider, it will be Lotus, where Five Guys, by virtue of being the higher seed, will have their pick of attack. And Kirby, I wanted to ask you, because we've got a pretty interesting, I think, map set right here between Split and Ascent. Those are two very, very heavily defender-sided maps, and Glorp Academy is starting on the theoretically favored side both times. what are you expecting to see here? Because we know in terms of comp building Neon, it has been disabled. So we have it disabled
Mm-hmm.
here on Empress 2. So maybe the teams have been scrambling a little bit to find new over here on Split and Ascent, and maybe we'll talk about Lotus if we get there.
I would probably expect to see just some safe picks for those maps, like Rays and Jets, maybe a Waylay.
Ooh, Whaley is kind of
Mm-hmm. Waylay's still solid from the last time I
spicy.
checked.
Not a little bit. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. I think I am having slight tech issues on my end, so I do apologize if we've got a little bit of trouble over here. I do come from an Overwatch background. Hero that is that can hack everyone. It's called Sombra, and we usually don't like her quite a bit because she does cause a lot of tech issues behind the scenes. So maybe I've got a little Sombra running on my computer. That being said, let's see if we can move ahead. I'm not really sure how the players are doing, how the lobby is readying up or not. We do have I think confirmation that we're gonna be moving. So let's see what our players have in store for us today. Of course, Kirby, not sure if you've had a chance to check it out, but Glorp Academy is a team full of Geralds. We've got 5 Geralds and a Thavron. I've got some notes from last week on who is supposed to be whom, but I can't promise that they will be fully accurate, so I guess we'll just have Agent Geralds to speak about. So
Yeah.
tell me, Kirby, what do you see right now? Aside from 4 neons on the side of
Yeah, I
five
was
guys.
gonna say 4 neons. Oh, there's not 5 neons for 5 guys. But yeah, I'm seeing the Viper, the Omen, the Waylay, and the Rays, like I said. And then the Sky is probably a best initiator on this map. And I guess 5 guys is running 5 neons.
Oh, that's how they got their name, isn't it? You'd have to imagine.
Oh, there's the Rays and the Jet.
All right.
Viper being the best controller on this map. Omen second pick. Both teams are running Sky.
That's interesting. For sure. Sky, I think, popular initiator in certain maps. Maybe Split one of those few where
Yeah.
you do see her played, maybe aside from Bind, which has just gone out of the map pool. So probably the Sky map that we currently have in the pool. Like you said, Viper Omen, so powerful. Race, also a staple here. The big difference, right, is between the Jet and the Waylay. Still running that double
Yes.
duelist comp that is so strong still. And Kirby, tell me a little bit. What do you expect to be maybe the play style difference between how the Waylay plays versus how the Jet plays? Because they're very similar agents, right? They've both got a
Yes.
dash. But they've got different utility, right? You've got the smokes versus the saturate, the that sort of callback from Waylay versus the updraft. How might they play differently in here?
You could expect to see more team plays with the Waylay, just for that saturate and recall, and then you could see the Jet going for plays with Rays more often than one of the other players.
Blinded.
As the match starts, Sky Gerald gets some info. Five Guys breaks the dog. Looks like they're gonna go up ramps.
Very, very heavy ramps presence right here from Five Guys.
Yes, went down.
This is not an A take. This is an A slam.
Yeah, gets punished by the Sky Gerald, and then Gerald Viper gets a pick.
Spike planted.
Down to 2v3. Five Guys has the bomb down. Looks like they're waiting to regroup. Someone gets a pick on the Raze. This guy gets a pick on the Viper, and it's a 2v1 now. Oh, Majero's gonna smoke on the bomb and tap it. Swings out and gets both! Oh, Majero gets the clutch on first round.
Oh, that is one heck of a way to start us off. Oh my goodness, and I am going to introduce you to my favorite phenomenon that occurs when Glorp Academy plays, because 4 out of their 5 players are named the exact same thing, Gerald, all caps. The game thinks, or their overlay actually, Spectra, thinks that they are all the same entity. So as long as Favron does not get a kill, it is considered a Gerald ace. And you know what? It is not fun for us casters to have to deal with 4 players named exactly the same, but the Gerald ace is one of the best things to come out of Glorp Academy's weird naming scheme. And now we do have heavier presence again from 5 guys here.
Ooh,
over
5 guys expected that sky flash again,
like we
so
said.
they just dodge it. Working the map.
Yeah,
out,
they've done their homework for sure. They know what to expect.
Ooh, and Waylay gets 2 picks. Saffron is Waylay shooting.
The outlaw magic for you. That's how strong it is in a second round into no
looks like he's
shields.
gonna be out of fight. Raze gets back onto ramps. Glorp Academy still has full control of Heaven. Plus 3 players of 5 guys are just holding ramps. Ooh, and Raziel gets 3 to close the round.
Yeah, nice and easy. They just lose one. You know, it's not too much trouble for them. The outlaw really just doing what it's meant to do. I do believe it wasn't a collateral. It was just, you know, 2 shots, 2 picks. That's the size of the magazine.
Yep.
That's really what you're going to have. Now, I do see Kaori with an attack outlaw on the jet, which is interesting because it would kill 3 players from Glorp Academy in one shot. So maybe
like
a bit of a cook, but I'm not ready to call it an overcook just yet.
Ooh, and Viper goes down to FP Shadow. 5v4 in favor of 5 guys. Ooh, and Sky Jero goes down to Chopsticks. Chopsticks now holding it, ready for the swing. There's no Glorp Academy players on A. They realize this, it's a free plant. Oh, Majero going to clear Heaven. Kaori's holding B Heaven. 5 guys now has the A side. Should see the bomb pan come down soon.
There.
That's heavy control from them. 5 alive, not the easiest retake for Glorp Academy. They've got an outlaw in the hands of Favron. They're gonna maybe try.
Majero puts up the elbow and gets punished by Dark Matter.
To be found here. I think the crunch is going to come through. There it is, flawless from 5 guys. Really, really impressive from them. That outlaw from Kaori proving to be the right pick. Very good clear as well, taking down Viper Gerald in the first few seconds of the round. Had nothing but a shorty in hand, so now there's going to be some heavier purchases coming through from the side of Glorp Academy. You see the Odin already in the hands of Sky Gerald, but 5 guys, they did what they had to do. They got the flawless. They have the full shields, full util investment coming into this first all-around rifle round. We've got an operator in the hands of Thavron already, so it's the big boomstick versus the slightly less big boomstick.
It seems like they're going for a default here on the side of 5 guys. They take that mid control. Skydog gets it. Okay, or he gets a pick on Raze Gerald. Spy Guys is now in B heaven. With Omen just sitting in B main with Sky.
Trying to gather some information. They know these players are up here in heaven, but who is up there? How many? What's the danger? What do they have to clear? They have to clear FP Shadow.
Ooh, Fiber Joe goes down to Chopsticks. And
Look at the trade. The side is empty. There's no one left. Yeah. Both players from Glorp Academy are coming in from vents, and they still have this player behind them. There it is, Chopsticks.
Everyone was aware of the mid player, though. Goes to grab the rifle. Will he be able to clear out both back and main? Doesn't get the silent drop, so they know where he is.
Heard. Surely it has been heard.
And everyone goes down to Dark Matter, bringing the score 2-2.
There it is, equalized back up from 5 guys. You know, this is why they went perfect in the regular season. They are just that good, right? We can see they make the right choices over and over and over again. Now the Operator and the Odin are gone from the side of Glorp Academy. It's gonna be Stingers, Buckies here, maybe a Frenzy for the Eco. I mean, I guess you'd rather have these weapons on defense than on offense, but still should be the first lead of the game going over to 5 guys. I would be very surprised if Glorp Academy can bring something out of this.
Raze grabs the orb to where he's now 3 from his ult. They're still going for the default and split. But did they realize 4 are going to be mid?
Surely they've got to know, right? Because of these weapons, you've got
Kaylee
to know that in an eco in the meta that we are right now with how strong the shotguns are.
And then Dark Matter's dogs gets destroyed. And then now 3 people up on the Viper Orb. Will they expect Kaori to be sitting in that spot? Yes, it forces Kaori off. Oh, Gerald is now picking B main. Isn't aware there's 2 there. Oh, Gerald just jiggle peeking. Two on each side that go down in mid. And 5 guys to gain the flame down on B. And Chopstick cleans up the round, bringing the score 3-2.
Beautiful lurk from Chopsticks. I mean, there was some danger for a second right there for 5 guys when we've got was it KT that couldn't get the weapon out in time, or actually ran out of bullets on the Phantom, then just gets a Bucky to the face, or Shorty, I don't even know what it was, just a shotgun to the face. But in the end, they clean it up. It's now 3-2. They've got the lead, and they're going back to this A side that they haven't been into since the pistol rounds. They've got an Odin on this very A side as well, and so very heavy presence. It's gonna be a clash very soon.
Ramps. Are they aware that 3 more are going to be up ramps? They're just now holding the A space. Viper has the luck in mid. Will they get? Will Chopsticks get Omen Gerald? 2 of the Geralds take down FP Shadow and Dark Matter.
That's a spike. That's a spike that was dropped in A main. Now Omen KT has to retrieve that. And the Sky Flash tags them, so they know someone was there retrieving this spike. They do know this from the shadows is online. They know this rotation can come through. But look at that, they are so ready.
Omen Gerald's ready.
They're moving over already.
Pulls out the blind. Down. Omen Gerald picks up Kaori. So 4v1. And Chopsticks goes down to Omen Gerald. Tying up the score again.
Gerald Ace.
And another Gerald Ace.
Another Gerald ace. Thabron on the waylay, not finding the most value, but still, you know, getting those kills were needed. I really thought that initial kill from Chopsticks opening the lurk on mid was going to crack open the map, but Glorp Academy, they make the A side their stronghold. They stand their ground. They say, hey, you shall not pass. And indeed, five guys just can't seem to crack it. All starts with Epi Shadow going down in heaven. The barrel pokes out and gets sniffed out. And now it's back to the B side so fast already.
But that's a
from
Rage
five
Gerald.
guys.
Ray Gerald sends out the boombot. Toss the showstopper.
And the showstopper.
Still gets the kill on Epi Shadow. Besides the whipping. And that's a 3K from Ray Gerald.
We might be on for a real ace.
Oh, and he gets shut down by
Oh,
Chopsticks.
never mind. I jinxed it.
Now 2v3 on for the side of five guys. It's still very winnable from them if they play right.
It's not impossible. They do have to retrieve the spike here in mid, but they've got the Viper Spit. The question is, do they know there's a player in vents?
I don't think
This
they do.
backstab could be so big, and Thabron has seen it. They know there's a player here.
Enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
Chopsticks takes out Thabron after Thabron
30
got
seconds
Katie.
left.
So 1v2 for Chopsticks. Still not impossible to win. But if Glorp Academy plays this right, they'll close this round out pretty easily. Is Chopsticks aware of Sky Gerald? No, he is not. Score now 4-3 for the side of Glorp Academy.
Yeah, a bit of an unorthodox position right there from a Sky. Gerald, you know, had poked a little bit, I guess, into A main, just coming back with that Odin, making good on it. Now we've got five guys. Really, we're gonna take a look at the replay over here because
Replay the Rosa
Gerald,
ult.
wow, gets the showstopper. Showstopper doesn't land and still gets the kill. The race is basically they trade places and still Race Gerald comes out on top. I think that's really what won the round for Glorp Academy. Now we've got the showstopper on the other end, but it's no good.
Sky Gerald gets 2 before he's getting shot down by Dark Matter. The Waylay goes down. But Dark Matter's not aware of what
It did not hit.
Thabron wasn't aware what Dark Matter was. But Thabron gets out with 19 HP.
Welcome to my world.
And we get the Viper bit down. Making this virtually impossible with the AWP.
Last player standing.
And then Thabron goes down to Kaori. Omen Gerald takes down Kaori. Bringing the round winnable again. But is he aware what Dark Matter is?
Is it though?
Just ready for someone to be close, but just being on 30 HP, you can't win that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if going for it. I guess a 1v2 is not terrible if you want to try to go for it, but that's a few rounds already where you have not gotten any value out of the operator, nor have you saved it. Right, the operator was safe in heaven. There was no need to go for it. You can just save it.
Especially
you know,
with the Viper
got it
crit down.
for this next round. Got
Point and break it. Welcome to my
Looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a B default here. The Viper pick gets laid out in mid. Omen Joe gets full blinded, but they don't push off of that. Viper is just being
an
held by
interesting POV.
Viper herself. And we see the cabbages go down. Omen Joe tries to get out, but gets down by a shadow. Ray Gerald gets Dark Matter, and then Katie gets Ray Gerald. Bring this to a 4v3 for the side of five guys.
those seekers were just amazing. They reveal the positioning of Omen Gerald. Absolutely destroys that B setup.
Will they go for the retake? It seems like it. Fabrizio takes out Shadow.
Taken out. One enemy remaining.
Ooh, Skyjail gets 2, taking out Kater and
Wait.
Katie.
It's not planted for main. That molly doesn't hit.
Well, that one's able to
Chopsticks
stick.
doesn't know.
His Chopstick still takes out. Score 4-5.
Oh boy, oh boy. I'm not entirely sure if that plant was not perfect or if that was from the changes that Split got a while back, but both the molly missing from Chopsticks and also Chopsticks not being able to see the diffuser, those are both very, very big problems. I don't know if Five Guys were aware of that. They're going to be aware of that going into these next 3 rounds for sure. They're on a very heavy eco right here. Only
Chopsticks
the
gets
rifle
tagged by the
safe from
Skybird.
Chopsticks presence now detected. Yep. They do have the knives from Jet, so Kaori, if they can make good on it, this could be a very, very strong ultimate, especially because the weapons on the side of Academy are not perfect either. You've got a Phantom, yes, but then you've got 2 Judges, a Bulldog, and a Stinger.
Both those going in. They don't clear out Skygerald. That was able to take out Shadow after Skygerald goes down. Dark Matter planting the
Do
bomb.
get the plant down.
Is that one gonna expect Katie? No, he doesn't. I think it's a 3v3 now. Dark Matter gets slammed dunked on by Ray Gerald. Chopstick goes down. I don't know what happened.
Oh, that is a beautiful paranoia from Katie. Katie doing God's work back there in screens and elbow. You see this first Stinger kill, then you see the flying rays. I mean, overshoots it by a million miles, but still gets the 1 kill. Chopsticks, though, is able to get the final 2k with that paranoia, like we said, from Katie. Those 2 controllers leading the way on Split on the theoretically non-favorite side. Tied up at 5 apiece, neck and neck are these 2 teams. We've got a showstopper online again for the side of Glorp Academy, but guess what? There is basically no money. I think it's a Ghost, a Bandit, and 3 classics. Full rifles, full shields for 5 guys. They can just take this nice and easy, go for that default that we said. They're going to know that there's someone in vents with only a classic. They can just
Joke is full
slam
blinded
this
and
player.
goes down to
I
Shadow.
mean,
Ooh, and the side of Glorp Academy
Yeah,
got a
what
big
can you
aggressive
do?
on A main.
Last player standing.
And it's just Skyjo left in a 1v4. Getting the bomb down on B now.
Spikes planted. Healing over here.
Near impossible. Unless if Skyjo wins all of her 1v1s.
And now the position is known. This becomes even more impossible than it already was. Basically having to go for the clutch ace, the legendary clutch ace.
And has to swing it to 3 people. 5 guys gets the team ace, bringing the score 6-5.
Last round in the half.
One team has a team ace, the other team has a Gerald ace. They both got their own thing. They both got their little funky stuff going on. But you know, 5 guys, they guarantee themselves at least a draw at the half. Maybe not necessarily a lead, but still very, very respectable for them.
5 guys going more for a B default. Skyblinds their own teammate. They're just gonna play the slow game here. Try to finish this half out 7-5.
Scout destroyed. Here.
Now they know there's an Odin.
Fiber Molly goes down. Sent the orb. Shadow picks off at Ray Gerald. The robot clears out Vin. They know one's there. They're aware of one's heaven as well.
Yeah, but look at the mini-map. Look at the spike. Now they're going over into A, and I said they know there's an Odin. No, they don't. They could very well have an idea, because it's been happening all over the half. But it is Sky Gerald alone on the A side, holding it down with that Odin. You press right-click, you press left-click, and you can absolutely
executing.
mow down these
The
players.
shadow was full blinded. Gallo just one. Gets 2. And then gets punished by Dark Matter. Fabergero got Kaori out in mid. And so it's 1v2 for Dark Matter. The cabbages go out. Sees one heaven. 12 seconds left. Is he gonna stick a plant?
Look how low the heaven player is.
Doesn't get hit by the saturate. The bird goes out. I'm gonna wrap around. Fabergero might be aware. Fabergero takes out Dark Matter.
So close.
6-6 at the end of half.
Wasn't worried for a second.
And they get the Gerald ace.
Oh, so close. Once again, we get that legendary Gerald ace. 6-6 out of half. It was so close. Like you said, the saturate doesn't hit. Viper Gerald was so very low, but the aim was just not there. The crosshair was in the wrong spot. They were not able to adjust in time, and so it is tied at 6 apiece at the half. Now you've got to remember, this is Five Guys' map pick. They know what they want to do on this map, and the defense is the theoretically favorite side. A 6-6.5 is very good for the attackers. Now, what can they do on the defense? They've got heavier A presence than B presence. They've really only got one B player, which is Chopsticks, roaming around between, you know, heaven, male, trying to see if there's anything happen going down mid. But there is very much going down mid, and actually into vents.
Are they aware of the Raise Gerald having a shorty? Yeah, 3 people going to B heaven. Chopstick isn't aware. Leaning over to A now. But tries to clear out Raise Gerald. Dark Matter kills the Raise Gerald.
That was a very good nade.
This one.
Seriously having a fight
in
in
Have to
spawn.
reload. Now 3v2 in favor of Five Guys. Are they aware that both of them are heaven? Omen Blight goes down.
Spike down B.
And it's just Viper Gerald. Having to take on Katie and Kaori. And Katie takes down the Viper Gerald to bring the score 7-6.
What is this round? Why did we have attackers playing defender positions over on B heaven, and defenders playing attacker positions? Why did we have a fight with pistols in defender spawn? What is this madness? Five Guys, they come out on top. They're gonna have Spectres and an Outlaw now. But wow, I mean, just being able to survive the chaos that was that pistol round, it gives them a very, very big win in my books, honestly. And Kaori already showing us why the Outlaw is busted.
Carrier is gonna be holding that smoke though, ready for the swing. Gonna reposition to hold it. But they aren't aware that Glorp Academy is leaving that B main. Besides Raise Gerald.
Be right back.
Chopsticks, Molly goes down. He's gonna fall back.
Last player standing. I have the spike down.
It's just Stavron.
Flawless.
But Stavron can't do anything with just a classic. The Flawless comes out.
Not much to be done there. Not much that you can expect. And, you know, Five Guys, they do their job. Now here is the truly important round. If Glorp Academy somehow cannot convert this, they are going to be in serious trouble. Yes, they've got 4 Phantoms and a Vandal, 4 rifles, The shields are mostly heavy. Gerald does still die. Raise Gerald, sorry, does still die in one shot to the outlaw, but the rest of the team should be insured.
Come for more of an AD fall here. Are they where that Katie's out? No, they are not.
You're not?
But Katie wasn't ready for a two
Look
more.
at this! The
Dark
mid
Matter and
aggression.
Shadow get 2 in mid.
That is so important.
Healing over here.
And they're gonna get the play down on A. Will Glorp Academy be able to hold down this 2v4?
Blinded.
Very good tag from Sky Gerald.
Player standing.
Ooh, but very tasty down Sky Gerald. And Shotstick is Omen Gerald. We're gonna score 9-6.
The jump peek with the outlaw, that is some disrespect by Kaori. That is not good. You do not want to see that if you're a Glorp Academy. 96, like you said. And just like I feared, they are not able to convert their rifle round. The bonus is good with that heavy mid presence. I believe it is a fine 2 in mid with those specters. Just, I mean, that's what you gotta do, right? If you know you have the worst weaponry, you just run it down, try to play close range, try to play to your advantages. If you find 1 kill, fine. You find 2 kills, fantastic. You find a third one elsewhere on the map, well, you know what? You've got a man advantage, and you can make good on it. And now it is 5 stingers for the side of Glorp Academy, and an absolute steamroll
Kaori takes
over
out the
onto
Viper
A.
gun early.
But guess what?
And another first blood.
Kaori's got the outlaw.
And Glorp Academy's gonna get the fast plant. 40 seconds left in the round. But Five Guys has all 5 players for the retake. How will they retake this? Skyberg tags. Shadow takes out Ray Gerald. Are they aware of Omen Gerald in main? Just cleared out with the
For
dog.
now.
And Chopsticks just snipes him. It's 5v2.
Last player
That one left on 6 HP, but can't do anything with 6 HP. Scored 10-6. The rest of this,
And now you're
rest of this
going
map
to
could just
have-
snowball.
Yeah, you're gonna have the showstopper in the hands of FP Shadow, and you've got the Viper Spit for Chopsticks. Those kills and that defuse was absolutely crucial for Five Guys. Glorp Academy, they've got timeout. They can call it. They've got 2. Actually, you could very well call them here. Doesn't seem like they're going to. They're just gonna buy the Odin and try to go for the A slam once again. It worked for them in the previous round to an extent. Now, with better weaponry, can they make it good? Because the timing, with how fast they plant this spike, that is their biggest advantage.
The carry spots 4. Good job, rotate. But it seems like they're just gonna hold their
Viper
position.
Spit in mid.
They hear them run off. But they wear that. They're just gonna re-hit.
Look at the mini map. The hold is so good from Five Guys. They know we gotta stay put.
There he gets Ray Gerald.
Spike down.
But Katie
A.
gets 2. It's now 3v2 in favor of Five
Enemy
Guys.
remaining.
And Dark Matter picks off Ray Gerald, leaving only Omen Gerald. In a 1v3, are they aware he's gonna be on the off angle?
Maybe
can't tell
that
if he
last
got
turn of the dog. Not entirely sure.
Shadows checking
they're
spawn. They aren't
aware.
aware where he is.
And you've got the
Got the
from the
spike.
shadows. You've got the Omen ult.
Wait, is he gonna be aware of Shadow in his spawn? No, he is not. They add another round to the
That-
counter. Five Guys
that
just needs
is just-
2 more.
Unawareness versus unawareness. I mean, neither player was really conscious that the other was there. It ended up being FP Shadow just with the re-clear that takes down Omen Gerald. And I just want to say props to Glorp Academy, because if you weren't watching, MIBR who had everything going in their favor to be the #1 seed in their team, just won a combined 4 rounds across 2 maps against NV. Glorp Academy already has more than those in half a map. And maybe they can find another one here with Fabron already, the judge into heaven. The showstopper on site gets
it,
technically
takes,
2.
it takes out both raises.
That's a 2K in my book.
Five Guys is less than a 34 retake. Can see the burger out. That's a dog. Satchel goes down. Tag nothing. That one is another. But just full blinded by dark matter. It's now a 2v3. With 20 seconds left. Dark matter gets another.
Last player standing.
It's just dark matter left.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, ho, ho.
Ooh.
That
One
is
doesn't go
good
in Five
from
Guys' favor.
Glorp Academy.
Now 11 to 7.
I just want to say the pace that we have been seeing from Glorp Academy is brutal, especially onto the A side, because we started seeing that, I believe, a couple of rounds ago, maybe around 15, 16, can't quite remember which one, with the Stingers, the 5 Stinger buy. It is their saving grace, you know, if they can get the plant down fast, maybe they can win on time, and they almost do. Except for a hero play from FB Shadow. Then they do it again the following round, they still lose, but that fast pace finally works for them here, and maybe they can find something.
There is going to be force off, but can't get out.
There it is.
Sure, Glorp Academy just takes the site early. Is going to get that plant down.
Spike planted.
And the Viper Pit's down as well. It's going to be a hard retake for Five Guys.
Doesn't extend into this choke, right? We've got the orb, yes.
Okay, I'll just go
But
down.
Viper's Pit doesn't
Destroy.
deny access to sight.
Bug gets destroyed. Flash in. Take out Ray Gerald. Skydio gets Shadow.
Last player standing.
Viper gets down and
Well,
Glorp Academy gets the team ace.
that was one of the rounds. I mean, what happened there? Let's take a look at the replay. We've got Dark Matter flashes into the Viper's Pit. There's 1 kill. Oh, well, I guess we don't get to see the rest of the kills. We don't really need them. Now, 4 ultimates online for Glorp Academy. Only 2. Maybe a third one could come online if Kiori gets a kill. Those blades could be good if they need to maybe clutch retake with that operator in hand. We've got the Seekers that are going to go out off the rip from Gerald Sky. Got the From the Shadows for the fast reposition, and then you've got the Convergent Paths and the Showstopper if you want to go for this heavy sight hit. But it
Really
is
gets an
all
info.
a fake. Look at that. You've got 2 players
Some
here. But look at the
refracts.
minimap. Look at how they're manipulating the rotates. They're already onto the B side, and nobody knows. Are they aware of the
Johnson
heaven
isn't
player?
aware.
They have to be. Oh, look at this backstab.
Oh my gosh. Grenade down. Get caught in the waylay ult. Ray Gerald gets Kaori. Not Ray Gerald, Omen Gerald.
Oh, another backstab. No, don't do it.
Oh.
Oh.
Now 2v5. And 1v5 with Dark Matter. Will he go for the clutch, or is he just gonna save?
Think they're gonna try to
It
recover
looks
the
like-
operator in heaven, but you've got someone watching that. So
And
yeah,
there's not enough
they
time with the
know
bomb
they know
ticking.
there's no chance of recovering that one.
Score's now 11 to 9.
Yeah, a string of rounds from Five Guys, but now a string of rounds from Glorp Academy. We were saying they might need to call a timeout. I think it might be time for Five Guys to call a timeout of their own. There it
And
is.
the timeout goes
There
down.
it is. I mean, I would not be surprised if this is Five Guys just wanting to regroup, say, hey, you know, we lost 3 rounds in a row. This is more than we've lost all game long. They've lost 2, they've lost 1, that never 3 in a row. And you know, Glorp Academy, like we said, with that heavy pace they have been imprinting into the game, are just blitzing past them. And this last round, though, it wasn't such a heavy pace, but rather the A fake that they had been conditioning so many rounds in a row. They go so heavy when they show A presses that it conditions 5 guys to say, hey, we need to rotate fast, else we're going to lose the side. And then it's unretakeable, especially against 4 ultimates. Especially you've got the convergent paths, you've got the showstopper. You didn't have the Viper's Bit, which is the strongest anti-retake ultimate in the entire game, yes, but it's still very, very hard to retake against this Glorp Academy side. We've seen it. And so they leave the B side completely empty. Glorp Academy don't even have to run in. They just waltz in, nice and sneaky, slow and steady. They take down the Heaven player, and then when someone takes their place, they backstab them through mid. Glorp Academy with the plans on top of plans on top of plans. Now it's a semi-buy, very, very bad eco from
But then
5 guys. But
Showstopper is
they're able
Rosa.
to stay alive. The Showstopper doesn't get anything.
They have the entirety of A. The plane's gonna go down fast. Glorp Academy's starting to look like Paper X out here. But Omen Gerald's aware of these people come through. The late reaction time. Omen Gerald gets carried, but then gets traded by Shadow. Shadow gets blinded. Oh, that's Ray Gerald. My bad.
It happens.
They aware of Ray Gerald's position.
Last player standing.
That
two now.
four kills went down. And then Thavron gets taken down by Shadow. Is there still time on the bomb? I think so.
There should be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a second or two, yeah.
I
Well,
wasn't paying attention
that
to
is
the
the
tick.
eco.
Match point.
I'm not sure if it comes out as a thrifty on our overlay. I don't know if got that capability, but it was pretty close. I mean, there were still a couple phantoms, so maybe it wasn't a full thrifty by the game standards. But still, what was that? A Marshall and a Stinger. I'm not sure what the 5th weapon was. It was 2 phantoms, Marshall, Stinger. I don't remember which one the other was, but still, 5 guys. Showing why this is the map that they wanted to pick. They've got the operator now. Gonna be on the line here for B. Flesh is going to reveal the position of this jet. You take a look at the ultimates. You've got the blades. You're 2 away from the showstopper. You've got the seekers. You've got the from the shadows for a fast reposition. On the other side, only from the shadows. Only woman ult. And it needs to be 3 straight here for 5
Chauncey takes out to raise Gerald. Are they aware of Viper Gerald? There he is. The Blaze Storm goes out. Uses 3 of the knives. 5 guys now has the bomb. 100 damage dealt to Raise Gerald. That one goes down. It's just Raise Gerald. And the 5 guys close the map 13-9.
Yeah, that was just an incredible performance to close it out from Kaori. Like we said, has that Blade Storm available to go with the operator if the duty calls. Actually gets more kills with the op than with the Blade Storm, but you know, that is an entirely different issue. But still, very, very convincing performance from both sides, but obviously from 5 guys. It was their map pick. Glorp Academy, though, I think they came into these playoffs with something to prove, right? Apologies for my camera going out again. This is just, you know, I've got a gremlin in my house, it would seem. We were talking about Glorp Academy. They come into these playoffs as the number 5 seed overall. 4-3 record. They do have something to prove. They win against a higher seed the first week, and then here the second week, the semifinals, they take it to the 7-0 undefeated 5 guys. 13-9 on their own map pick. We take a look at the stats here. We've got Chopsticks leading the way with 25 kills. Absolutely insane on that Viper. Dark Matter, the Sky, not far behind, quite lethal. Still has more kills than the MVP from Glorp Academy. You see Sky Gerald right there, 16 and 17. Still, if your MVP is going negative, probably not a good sign. 13 and 20, 12 and 17, 12 and 18. other side, yes, you've got the bottom three that are technically negative-ish, but you dropping 45 combined kills. It's kind of unfair, right? It's 20 and 14, 2010 and 14 from Dark Matter is nuts from a Sky performance. And it really went to show at the end of the day. Yes, you did have some good routes here and there, a very good defensive half from Glorp Academy, but Five Guys, they showed they were the superior team on their mapping. Now the question is, we go over to Ascent. We played Ascent last week with Glorp Academy. It was the opponent's map pick, and still they came out on top. Yes, it took multiple overtimes. I believe the final result was something along the lines of 17-15, but they came out on top. Now we take a look at some more stats here. Got a lot of first kills going the way of Five Guys. I mean, really, they were just cracking rounds open, weren't they? With those defense first picks, they just they had the numbers advantage way too many times from Glorp Academy to have any real impact. Their post plans as well, solid 9 to 6, 2 flawless rounds from Five Guys. Kirby, I think we saw a very good performance from them. Glorp Academy though, they go into Ascent, their home turf, their own map pick. Do you think they've got what it takes to bring this to Lotus all the way to a third map, or are we gonna have another 2-0 on the broadcast today?
I think Global Academy could take it just from this 13-9 performance. They got quite a bit around.
It was certainly close. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
I got nothing else right now.
Well, we are going to be going to Ascent. Of course, we will find out whether Five Guys are going to take this 2-0 or Glorp Academy are going to bring us to a third map of Lotus. But before we do that, we're going to take a teensy-weensy little break, see if I can fix those tech issues on my end, see if I can excise this goblin out of my apartment. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you right back with some more great Valorant here at EMPRESS.
Yup. Yes. The W drawing. Yeah, RIP my neon. Oh, what? Probably gonna see both teams on Jet. Could see a Killjoy as well, just cause Killjoy's a safe pick. And Five Guys is going for neon again. Yeah. Yeah, there's the Jet, and then Omen being the best controller on this map. But Glorp Academy going Fade instead of Sova? That's kind of interesting. There's only slight differences between them. Sova has a shock dart as well. Fade has a seize. And then they both have two different scan abilities besides their signatures. Fade with the dog and Sova with the drone. Fade's gonna get 2 charges.
Blinding threat.
Yes. SNG just being the most defender side of the map, we should see like an 8-4 half from Glorp Academy here. Seems like Five Guys is going for a B split. Yeah, you can see.
Spike down B. planted. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Cheeky.
Clutch.
Just an incredible round from Glorp Academy there. Got the little spin action going for Valron. We're going to score 1-0. Five Guys doesn't... Seems like they're going for a default here. With Glorp Academy putting more presence on the A.
Too obvious.
But the Sentinel being on B makes it pretty even. Seems like Omen's going to one way.
Not ready yet. Retrieving flash. All set. One enemy remaining. Spike down mid. Long. Lose their lives.
We'll see the replay here for Omen Gerald. And Five Guys just wasn't ready for him. We'll see the Vice setup on B again. Five Guys is going to go for more of a default again. Having players on both B and A. Carrier's gonna go mid. Try to get another pick.
Shadows traveling.
Oh. We see the running back goes down. Dark Matter takes out the Davron running back. And it's now a 5v2 for the side of Five Guys.
One enemy
As they get the
remaining.
bomb plant down. Carrier takes out Vice Gerald. Leaving that one. But Carrier gets 3k. Getting the falls down. Oh, Five Guys game plan B after that. Seems like they're going for the same default they went for the last 3 rounds. Score being 1-2. Five Guys is gonna try to win this. Vice is still setting up on B. Get that Omen one way. Gerald gets tagged. Gerald gets the pick on chopsticks. As Stavlin and Vice Gerald goes down. And they trade Katie. It's now a 3v3. It's Tracy text though. Never mind. Gerald gets the pick on Shadow, making it 3v2 in their favor. That looks up, but does he expect
Spike
Omen
down
Gerald?
A.
But Kaori gets the pick. Pops the dash. But is he going to expect Omen Gerald tree? Yes, he does. But Omen Gerald gets the pick on Kaori. See the replay here. Oh. And it seems to be a production.
Not entirely
problem.
sure. Things are happening behind the scenes. I don't know if you can hear me already. There was a little mishap on my side. You know, a little loopsy. It happens. It'd be how.
So. I can hear Odin going down, but I can't see the Odin. Finish slashes down. That one gets picked off, and then Dark Knight also gets picked off. Shadow gets Omen Gerald.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
I have the spike.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Seems like Glorp Academy is going to be on more of a save here. Draco isn't very strong, but they're still going to force the Odin. Never mind, Sausage Singer. Five Guys is going to have that full buy the Jet. Buys the Judge to pair with the Blaze Storm. Seems like they're going to go for a B push. 4 people B main. The buys are going to work mid. See how this plays out.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Just the eco, not good look from Glorp Academy. But Five Guys got that run it back so fast into the side. Thavron does take down Chopsticks. Dark Matter takes down Vice Gerald. They're gonna have an empty site. That's really all that they wanted. That's really all that they needed against these Stingers classics. There is a Phantom that has been recovered by Thavron, and the Fade reveal, nobody breaks it. You know, you gotta be on top of that. But now this Vandal should have its hands full right here. The Stinger, the run and gun, is good for 1, but that is going to be all she wrote. Tied up at 3 apiece. Five Guys making good on their round. If Kaori can recover a rifle, I don't believe they could, but that Judge is still going to be good for them.
Five Guys is still going to have that strong eco to just carry over to the next round. They still have the Blaze Storm to pair with the Judge, and to have the Sova ult for post plant. But Glorp Academy has 3 different ults for a retake. Yeah, the run it back, the fade ult, and the from the shadows. With Jajel being 1 for ult from ult, and Vigil being 2 from ult. Go for a default here.
Gerald with the Odin in their hands once again. Very heavy onto tree. I believe Omen Gerald spotted. Yes, a foot. That's going to be a paranoia to try to deter the attackers. Kaori! Careful with that molly. 2 mollies, actually, as KT and FP Shadow, they combined for 2 kills all of a sudden. I mean, The distraction from the Jet, I guess, was good enough for the kills. But now, Gerald from main has the Nightfall. The flash comes through. The curveball. Yes, they are going to clear this pesky wine player. But now, it is back to having to take into side, and Gerald mows them down 2 with a Vandal. It's a 1 versus 1. Chopsticks versus Gerald. Steel Garden here. Where is this lurk coming through? What are the positions? Are they known? Where's the awareness? Gerald playing towards hell. Are they tucked in, though? We can't see. Yes, it does look like they are. Chopsticks, do they have the awareness to flash into this dark cubby? The drop comes through, and Gerald with a 3K on the round. The Gerald ace. Beautiful stuff from them.
See the replays from Gerald. Beautiful spray transfer. Now we can see it. Glorp Academy now has 4 ultimates online after using the Fade ult.
Deep breath.
But Five Guys still has their Blaze Storm and Sova ult.
You see the threat over there of very, very heavy aggression already. Oh, you take a look at that one. The Seize plus Molly combo almost takes down Dark Matter, and look at that. The paranoia is just so good from Tree. Kaori does take down Omen Gerald, but only comes out with 11 HP on their end. We've got a Blade Storm right here and a Judge for Gerald, as well as the Odin. That's been online for a few rounds already. 3 versus 4. Five Guys need to figure out what they want to do. This Five wall denying them entry. They've got no smokes to make this cross safely. The Owl Drone is going to come through, and it's, I have to imagine at least Gerald, they know, but they are going into a stacked side. The timing though! Oh! Just
The Valorant timing.
just putting those knives away at the worst possible time. The Judge does not come out in time. Now, from 3-on-4 to a 3-on-2. The run it back comes through from Tharon. The Phoenix Specialist is taken down. FP Shadow. Gerald does get the kill with the Odin. 2-on-2. Spike yet to go down. 25 seconds and taken down. What can they find here? Kaori. HP, the Prowler goes out, detects one on side, does not get the tag, time is running low, and the Eye is going to come through. Who breaks that one? The Haunt is destroyed, the Spike is planted, but any small bit of spam is going to get Kaori, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Chopsticks has that Steel Garden, but Gerald Fate is not going to be able to run away. The Odin is done. This is a lot of time being burnt off the clock as they wait for that primary jab. There it is. The Odin versus the Phantom. Chopsticks has been so good for it, and now the flash to delay even more. Can they clear the angle? No, they cannot, and that is going to be Five Guys. I didn't even see Chopsticks on 1 HP. Makes it alive. 4-4 tied.
Just a crazy round not clearing that angle. Glorp Academy still has 2 ultimates online. But Five Guys gets to run it back online now. And they're still gonna lean towards the B side. They've been favoring this a whole lot this half. They could be going for a B rush with the Lurk.
I've got that running back here, and the Steel Garden comes out in reply immediately, but the Blade Storm is good for it. KT before the primary jabs gets one, and the right click is so powerful. Dark Matter, careful not to be taken down by FE Shadow's own Shock Dart, and that is how you crack a site. Beautiful from Five Guys. Yes, Glorp Academy did not have the weapons to hold. Maybe we'll discuss in a little bit if investing the Steel Garden was the right choice. But very, very good from Five Guys. I believe they are about to take their first lead of this map, and it was kind of around this same time as on Split, kind of around the 8 rounds mark. There's a stinger right here from Omen Gerald. Wait a second. Okay, never mind. That's going to be his. Kirby, let's talk about what I briefly brought up. Is it a good idea? Is it smart to invest the Steel Garden right there when you don't have the weapons to stop a rush? Do you want to, maybe bring yourself to parity classics versus classics, pistols versus pistols? Or was it more of a panic ult, you think, from Glorp Academy?
I feel like that was more of a panic ult because that ult was just not really good to use there. You do that when you have stronger weapons. When Gerald still has the From the Shadows online.
Still have a couple ultimates online. Nightfall as well, just one away from this Odin wielding. Oh, there we go. This Odin wielding Fate Gerald. Are they going to get another one with a spam? Yes, they are. There it is. 2 kills and the ultimate online.
Wow.
That is just beautiful stuff. That's magic of the Odin, right? You can't use it for a clutch 1 round, and then the next one you're getting all the spam kills that you need. Thavron takes Dark Matter down. Crispy aim. FP Shadow replies back with one of their own. Shots fire. The Prowler misses, but they still know FP Shadow is here. Hunter's Fury online. Probably don't want to invest that one. We didn't bring it up. I didn't see it, but there is an operator in the hands of Jet Gerald. All the way up in heaven. I do believe this Jet Gerald player is Mr. Clean that we had as MVP. We interviewed last week in Glorp Academy's win over Albert V3. So we can, I guess, go over the real names, or the assumed real names, of these Glorp Academy players. Of course, we've got Thavron, the Phoenix Specialist. I do believe we do have Mazoku on the Vice. I believe we have Fight on the Omen and Jack on the Fade, which was a Sova last week. And finally, like we said, Mr. Clean on the Jet. But if you ask them, if you take them in for an interview, they are all Gerald. And they are actually trying to convince Thavron to change their name to Gerald as well. So maybe, I don't know, if they make a playoffs run, we will see 5 Geralds in the grand finals. But that's still a long ways away. Round win for Glorp Academy, 5-5 tied up all again. And it's just back and forth, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really back and forth. Just like the first half on last map. Vagel has the Nightfall up. As long as they use that properly, they should win this round. Five Guys is still leaning towards the B side.
I do have to wonder, Kirby, are we going to see a repeat of what we saw on Split? A decent attack from Five Guys, and then just a convincing dominant performance on their defense, because they get another one, and that's the Operator gone from the side of Glorp Academy. Does get one back. This Anchor on the B side. Trade of Initiators. Run it back, just one away for Thavron. There's a From the Shadows available on both sides. Steel Gardens, not a factor, and you've got the Hunter's Fury for the post-blend. Be alive right here. Do KT and FP Shadow get the better out of, I believe that was Vice Gerald. They cannot for the moment, but those Thorns are going to be able to delay the matter for a bit. Now, what do you do here if you are Five Guys? Do you push into spawn and into A? Or do you risk it on the B side with that shot right there? You might assume that the A side is open. Do you know where Thavron is? You've got no information, though. And they're gonna pivot. They're gonna run over to B, but this Phoenix is ahead of the curve. Only good for one, though. FP Shadow. Not on for the ace, but with the 3K already could be 4. As Omen Gerald is going to know that the plant goes down very, very soon here. And it seems like Five Guys are going to guarantee themselves again at least a draw at the half. And Kirby, that's what we were talking about, right? I briefly touched at the beginning of the round. Is this going to be another attacking decent performance and defensive masterclass from Five Guys? Or do you think maybe there's a little hope for Glorp Academy on the offense of their own?
It's really no telling right now. Both teams are looking about the same as last map. But something in Glorp Academy could have changed. As Five Guys brings the score 6-5.
Last round before the switch.
Indeed, not an ideal situation for Glorp Academy right there. But they do got Nightfall running back and from the shadows right here. They are facing another running back, another from the shadows, and the Hunter Fury. So really similar ultimates on the board, except that those initiator ultimates do not play similar at all.
I'm still leaning towards the B sides. And this entire half. Running back
that
from
aggression.
Tavron.
That is so early, and now the location of Faye Gerald has been revealed. The trade does come through. Oh, but the spam is good. Kaori on this jet. Just making it good with the Phantom.
Gets the running gun kill?
I mean, that's magic of the Phantom. That's where you play Phantom over Vandal. Favron gets one. Oh, but were they expecting this? No, Omen Gerald with a stinger. The bait and switch as well. Vice was there. And now we've got an Omen stuck here from the shadows into B is a no-brainer. As soon as they hear that audio cue, they have to know what is going on. Spikey's going to be sliding for front sight. Full utility kit, though, available for KT. We've seen hero plays from KT before. The jump comes through. Vice.
One enemy
Paranoia is good. Omen on Omen violence. Only 10 bullets. Are they going to TP? They TP into the site, but not into the smoke. They decide against it. Into a lane. Goes Mizoku. Mizoku versus KT. The tap of the spike. Still no reload. And there it is, KT. The hero once again getting the clutch for Five Guys, securing the lead at the half and topping the scoreboard for the first time in the entire game. KT, this Omen is a menace.
Could see similar playstyles from last map from both teams. Really no telling going into this half, just because it's a new map. But it seems like Five Guys is getting ready for an aggressive play on A. But Glorp Academy is going to slam B.
Yeah, Chopsticks might be in a little bit of trouble. Plenty of stall utility. You've got those thorns right there. And as soon as the dart comes through and the orb is hurt, they are going to know that it is not a scythe at all. The Vise Wall of Shear gets triggered. The updraft and dash does not work. Shock Dart chunks down Mr. Clean. Glorp Academy trying to find the pistol here. I don't believe they were able to do it. In Split, they were not able to find their offensive pistol, but one pistol already on this map. Maybe they can find another one. The Shear has been triggered, so they know the flank is coming through very strongly. Mr. Clean gets one. The classics are not good for it. The Ghosts are. The Frenzies are. And that is a flawless offensive pistol round from Glorp Academy. Just what the doctor ordered.
Could see a similar game plan going from Glorp Academy here. They just won the B site. I gotta slam it again. Will Five Guys be expecting it a second time?
Well, you know,
Doesn't seem like
that
it.
easy.
Five
Slam the
stacking
site.
the A site, while Glorp Academy is 5 stacking the B site.
I mean, it's just the gamble stack, really, isn't it? And going for the orb. Thank you to the observers for catching that one. You're trying to get the orbs over onto Dark Matter. Thavron, if this Phoenix gets the plant, which I don't believe he is getting, is going to be 2 away from the run it back, 3 away from Dark Matter. If any kills are found here, or if simply the Phoenix dies, they're going to be on equal footing. For that ultimate. And now, there it is. The kills do come through. Thavron gets one of his own. So still one ahead of schedule for that ultimate. Maybe if they can feed more kills to the Phoenix. There it is. Flawless. Once again, the Stingers are good enough for Glorp Academy, and the running back is online in 2 rounds. That's exactly what you want to do if you're Glorp Academy.
Yep. The second fall is going to allow them to keep all their rifles for the last round. As they go into this bonus, the Five Guys with the with the better weapons should win this round. Could lose
Yeah,
one
but
or two though.
crucially, look at that. Kaori buys the Outlaw, but pretty much everyone on the side of Glorp Academy has heavy shields. Only Mazoku on the Vice has a 25 HP shield, so it takes 2 Outlaw shots to kill these players. Now run it back. Heavy play already. Casey making good on that Phantom. The Phantoms versus the Stingers are going to be so powerful. Not the heaviest bonus buy. It was not the heaviest anti-eco buy, sorry, for Glorp Academy in the previous round, so they only have a Bulldog and a Guardian to contend with in terms of the rifles. A flawless would be pretty sweet here for Five Guys. Still, no players have gone down throughout the map, only the run it back. I wish that counted as a kill, though. I do believe I am not alone in those thoughts. Effie Shadow taking the head clean right off Mr. Clean himself. Jet is going to be a non-factor. The Flash here ready into the A side. Paranoia does come through, but the kill does not. Thavron is good for it with the Guardian. Now Five Guys playing at a disadvantage, or are they? The trades come through. The spike has been dropped. Is the Outlaw good for the kill? Yes, good for 1, good for 2. Kaori saving the round, it would seem, for Glorp Academy. Oh, it got dicey at the end, but Chopsticks able to salvage it. The 1 versus 1. No plant was found. The lead back into the hands of Five Guys.
Check the replay. Guys, 1 and 2. Kaori's been really strong with this Outlaw.
Now we wait.
As we're up to 8-5.
Dripping thorns.
Glorp Academy is going to have the same strat from the first 2 rounds.
Launching thorns.
The Five Guys is going to be prepared for this time, putting 3 on the B side.
They have done their homework, but Kaori is going to be a non-factor in that round. Hagen ahead clean off through the smoke, I believe. The Shadow has been Ares here. We don't get to see this weapon very often. It's just not possible to hold this side to risk it if you are Five Guys. You're not going to have the cleanest of retakes here. Even Gerald fight. Nah, he's going to have the backstab Dark Matter. Nothing to be found here. And because Five Guys lost so many players in the previous round, their buy was not perfect in this round. Glorp Academy are going to clean up shop with their rifles. And I believe it's only now that we are going to see a full-on rifle around 5 rounds into the half.
Score come to 8-8, and there's a timeout called. On the side of Five
Actually,
Guys.
yeah, I was going to say, I said a rifle round. I did not see the finances of Five Guys. They force heavily. They try to get the Ares, the Bulldog, some weapons into the previous round. They're not going to have anything to spend on this one. And you'd have to imagine this is the lead going back to Glorp Academy. 9-8 would be pretty sweet for them. But so far, so good for both sides. I think Glorp Academy have prevented maybe that snowball we were talking about from Five Guys. And Five Guys, maybe not the best of defenses.
Can't really expect what either team's talking about, just from how close this half has been. There's been a little dominant from Glorp Academy. But then again, it's been the first 4 rounds. As you enter this half, Glorp Academy's gonna go towards the A side. Gonna do an A rush. Well, Five Guys puts 4 players mid. Probably expect Glorp Academy for the A push.
Nah, we're just going to be playing cheeky here in this corner with the Bucky. If Chopsticks, a one and done. Maybe pop those thorns. I'll try to find something. Oh, the Haunt gets the reveal. The flash comes through. No purchase on the Bucky. That is dreadful for Five Guys. The only weapon that was really bought into this round. 3 shares still on deck. The players remaining, but now so many ultimates you've got online for Glorp Academy. They can spend them if they want. The paranoia comes through, so that is 1 kill for FB Shadow. But now they know where all these players are coming from. They know the rush was there. The reveal is good, but Dark Matter is low. Just regaining that health after the decay comes in from the seas. KT, though, the Omen getting kills out of nowhere. Gerald, the trades come through. Actually, Dark Matter and FP Shadow, the kills are there. And Mr. Clean on the jet. And Gerald ace to save it up. It was dicey. It came down to the wire. The Odin was not saved. Glorp Academy, though, still get that 9-8 lead.
Decided Glorp Academy is going to have 3 ultimates online, while Five Guys only has 2. Both teams have the run it back. Both teams also have their initiator ults. Seems like Glorp Academy is going to go back to their roots.
If it ain't broke, no need to fix it. Only 1 away from the Blade Storm for Kaori. We know how good they've been with that. Mr. Clean on the defensive jet. Has that Blade Storm available already. Might need it in an eco if the rounds not go in their favor. FB Shadow took down. Run it back. But now taken down by Mr. Clean. The trades are there, though. So 4-on-4 post-plant. Glorp Academy. Once again, we see those very, very fast sightings. They want to get that spike down as fast as possible. The Nightfall versus the running back. This Phoenix has nowhere to go. Fabron takes them down. No. Fight on the backstab. Soman is good. The presence is known. Now the doubt is put into their minds. Where did this Omen teleport to? Do they still have it? The smoke goes over to stairs. Players in lane. Players on sides, but it's not going to matter because the side players just crumble like a paper doll. But the spam doesn't come through. The time is not there. Or is it? It's tragedy!
Ammo?
Chopsticks with
so
a hero
tragic.
play stick in the defuse.
Score now coming 9-9 from that tragic round. Glorp
Clip
Academy
it.
is still
Ship
going
it.
to go B.
We have one for the highlight reel. My oh my.
Will Five Guys be expecting another rush from Glorp Academy on B side?
That reveal goes a bit deep, but is broken, so maybe I hear some things going down here. The orb being grabbed as well, but Dark Matter already through the smoke. Gerald, Mr. Clean is good for it with the Blade Storm. Now they're going to be good for another one. Yes, with the Judge. Can they upgrade that weapon? They're going to elect not to on 5 HP. Imagine you still want a Vandal for a Judge. You've got Chopsticks with a Spectre. I'd imagine that get upgraded from the dead body of their comrade. I believe it was FP Shadow at that spot. But now 3-on-4 retake. Oh, that is all going wrong for Five Guys, and another Gerald ace in the cards for Glorp Academy. They are not letting this one go. They do not want a repeat of Split.
The score now going to 9-10. Five Guys calls another timeout. I used the second one of the half. Seem to
Can't
really be
blame them.
struggling against the Glorp Academy. What will either team be talking about?
To imagine the strats will be coming through for the following round for Five Guys. I'd imagine probably not going to invest a lot of money into this one. So I think we can somewhat reasonably assume that's going to be 9-11 in favor of Glorp Academy, and then Five Guys trying to fight back from behind. But then again, we've seen how dangerous Five Guys make these eco rounds. Their pistols, they can be so good. You know, a few sheriffs in the previous round, you get a one tap, and then you grab a vandal from the ground, and it's anyone's game from there. I don't think they are going to invest as much as they did before because they want money for their utility. You'd have to imagine Kaori doesn't invest the Blade Storm here. They want to save those ultimates for the next round. And they have some proper resources from the shadows invested off the rip by Fight. Glorp Academy trying to get the intel on who was on site. Thabron had to be careful. They're almost caught by surprise, but Mr. Clean takes down their jet counterpart. Thabron good for the kill. Finally gonna get it. Dark Matter drops into sight. What can this sheriff get? Nothing so far. Will it be the flawless? For Glorp Academy, it's certainly looking like it now. If you're FB Shadow, try to get some exits here. Might as well go down to the bomb. Otherwise, the right click is not going to do it. Thavron bringing himself just one away from the run it back. Flawless for Glorp Academy. And the 11th round like we predicted on the board.
Side of Vi Guys now has 4 ultimates online with the running back being 1 away. Glorp Academy's running back is also 1 away. Putting more pressure onto the B side. They're alerting Glorp Academy's pattern going from B, A, B, A.
They have the read, but will he be able to find the kills? This orb has been grabbed by Thavron. That's maybe what they wanted to deny, but they have not been able to do so. The running back is active. Gotta be taken down as well. Not a lot of kills have been found by this run it back from Glorp Academy, but they do find the value in the information. Steel Garden comes out. Dark Matter takes down Mazoku. And the hold seems to be strong over on this B side for 5 guys. But there is an insert back here. There is an imposter among us. Mr. Clean trying to find a backstab. Dark Matter not gonna see it coming. Now this Jet's presence is known. But what does that mean for 5 guys? Do they go back to B? Do they pivot over to A? Is Katie going to peek into this Jet? Oh, Katie has the eco. Katie has the headshot. This Omen is unstoppable, but now Glorp Academy have the plant. The Haunt goes over to Heaven, reveals nobody there. 3-on-3 post plant. Nightfall still available for Glorp Academy. Strongest ultimate online, and KT is taking down Thabron. Very, very aggressive into Heaven. That was a presence that they did not expect. Now coming over from Switch, from Tree. Kaori, good for 1. We need this Jet to turn up if you're 5 guys, but that's not going to happen. Only 1 kill. Chopsticks now. No Steel Garden available. Doesn't know where these players are. 1 in hell. Does not get it. Glorp Academy. 12 on the board for the match point. They want to see Lotus. They want to push this to a decider.
They could honestly do it here. I feel. They have the Vise ultimate online for the post plants. They are running into this Blaze Storm running back and Hunter's Fury. It's gonna be a bit tricky, but they could pull it off. 5 guys could easily bring it to 10. As they'll try to avoid the Silver Dart. That doesn't come.
I mean, you look at that hiding spot, the 4-ball of players from Glorp Academy. Broken by Bulldogs, Guardian, and an Outlaw. Steel Garden comes through. That Molly, those hot hands are going to have to stall for time. Dark Matter does have a second life in the run it back. And the Shear is going to slow the offensive push, but only for a second. No! Dark Matter has been spotted for the flash. Sorry, I'm eating my words, and the bullets are being eaten as well by Glorp Academy, but they are able to tank them. Plant going to come through. KT good for 1, and the Outlaw. Oh, is it going to be good for the kill? No, and it's just FB Shadow to try to salvage this game. Gets 1, but a tall task ahead of them. Subs to the ground. Bulldog, not much to find here. Surrounded by 2 players. Shots, pot shots, trying to find something, but as the smoke dissipates, Academy are going to hear the tap. The shot comes through. The headshot, though. 6 bullets only. The fuse has to come in full, and that's going to be it. Fight closes it out. A Gerald ace to take us to Lotus. The map 3 decider has been secured by Glorp Academy. And this is why I was saying before this map started, they cannot be underrated. Yes, they are the 5 seed coming into the playoffs. Maybe they had a bit of a rocky regular season, but they proved themselves in the first round. They're proving themselves in the second round as well.
Take him out from the 1 seed as well.
Indeed,
see.
the 1 seed in 5 guys getting taken down. We've got FP Shadow as the MVP for the losing side. And it's kind of what we were talking about in the previous game, but just reverse, right? No player is positive on the side of 5 guys. Sova, FP Shadow, just barely on that one-on-one kills to deaths ratio. On the other side, you've got Fade Gerald, which I do believe is Jack, with 22 kills to 17 deaths only. 15 assists, I want to point out. More assists than kills for Fight. That Gerald Omen, 13, 12, and 15. Everyone positive on the side of Glorp Academy, aside from Mizoku on the Vice, which has, again, not gone negative. 22 kills as well from Thavron. Just an all-around great performance, I think you've got to say. And look at those stats. 6 running backs from Glorp Academy. That is how you want to play Phoenix. That is the best way that you can play this agent. We're going to see as well some overall map stats. But Kirby, I think this was a very, very clear case of Glorp Academy knowing what they wanted to do in their own map, right?
Yeah, I would say so as well.
It is
Oh, wow.
we're hearing the voices in my head are telling me that 5 guys lost ascent sorry, to Kuru yesterday. Kurukshetra, sorry, the 8th seed team going into the playoffs. 5 guys still won that game, but maybe it could be a weakness of theirs. We see right here, the first kills 11 apiece, so not a problem for 5 guys, but the flawless rounds, 4 for the side of Glorp Academy, only 1 for the side of 5 guys. Post plants as well, favoring the Glorp Academy side. So now, as we move on, Kirby, we're going over to Lotus. We've seen a little bit from both of these teams. Glorp Academy starting on the defense once again. 5 guys this time selected the offensive side, elected to start on the attack. And you kind of have to think that after these 2 defender-sided maps that we have played, Split and Ascent, Lotus should favor the attackers. Are you expecting 5 guys to bounce back and have a good opening half? Or does Glorp Academy have the momentum going into the decider? Could we see what I think could reasonably be considered an upset?
I could see 5 guys taking this. I'm pretty sure when my team played them last time, we played Lotus against them and they absolutely dominated. We could see that again against Glorp Academy.
Well, we have a little bit of insider information, it would seem, from Kirby. We are going to go to a teensy-weensy little break just to give us time to get all these players set up in their roles, to make sure that we've got all the overlays ready for you. I don't believe the cameras are going to be coming back. But you know what? You know our voices. You love our voices. And if you don't, tough beat, you still have to listen to them. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Decider for a place in the upper bracket finals here at EMPRESS Season 1 playoffs. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Empress. Of course, I'm Alligator, and I've got Kirby by my side here to bring you all the action from this upper bracket semifinals decider game. Of course, we are going all the way to Lotus. We got 13-9. Five Guys victory on their map pick of Split. 9-13, the reply Glorp Academy making Ascent perhaps their stronghold, having won the map for the second consecutive week. And also Five Guys losing maybe this map, a weaker one, twice in a row. Not a good look for them. Now we do go over to Lotus, a very theoretically attacker-sided map after those two defender-sided bouts that we just had. And once again, we have Five Guys starting on the offense this time, though it is their pick. You've got to wonder why they didn't pick to start on the defense on Ascent, because they did get to pick this side on that map. So Kirby, I want to ask you, are Five Guys rattled? Is this maybe the resurgence of Glorp Academy? Are they going to complete the mini reverse sweep, or are Five Guys going to stand strong here, have a good opening half on the theoretically favored attack?
It could really go either way. Five Guys are probably a little rattled after losing that map pretty badly. But with Five Guys just being as strong as they are, they could easily come back. And as we can see, Five Guys locking 5 neons.
Well, you know, I think it's mandatory for them at this point to just hover those 5 neons.
We got the save. We got the 2 safe picks from Glorp Academy in the Raise and Fade. Those 2 pair up just so well on this map. That Rebel fights at the start.
They do. I do believe I've got the voices in my head telling me that they are hovering neon in protest of the neon ban. From the side of the producer and commissioner of the league, Rat. Well, we do have a chamber pick. Very interesting from Five Guys. I don't dislike it at all. I very much like this agent, but very interesting to see it over here on Lotus. Kirby, what's the reason behind this pick, going for the chamber versus the Vice, that Sentinel? And also the difference maybe between running the Viper and with only 1 duelist in the race versus double duelist with the race on the Waylay on the other side.
Five Guys are probably going to be going for more of a control-based game rather than run it down how Glorp Academy has been going. The chamber pick is just showing that Shadow's a really strong solo player, able to get a pick and TP out.
Could be very, very strong indeed. We've got very familiar composition from Five Guys. KT back on that Omen, Kaori on that duelist. We haven't seen the race just yet from them, but we've seen the Jets a few times already. I have to dig deep into my notes to remember if this is one of the maps where Glorp Academy switch their roles around. I don't want to give any mistaken information. For now, Glorp Academy stacking this B side, and it seems like they have the right read. Trades go through. Dark Matter takes down one, but Kaori dies. Space. Price. Their life. Sheer wall has been triggered, so they know there's presence over here on C. The teleport is a bit far out of range now for FB Shadow. But Vice Gerald, who is going to see the barrel of the ghost and does get the kill. But do they know the chamber is here? No, the headhunter is good for 1, good for 2. FB Shadow, you were calling out just how good they have been on the duelist, on the Sova. Finally on the chamber. Are they going to go for the plant, though? They're taking their sweet time. Still 45 seconds left in the round. Gerald Ray's going to retake with the frenzies already from CT. Going to be able to find 1, and now it is the 1 versus 2 clutch required from, I believe this is Fight. Gerald against the world. That is the motto from Glorp Academy. But they believe in Gerald power. Will he be able to prevail? Time ticking, running low. Snakebite is going to come through. That's going to slow Gerald down, and the right click will do it. KT getting chopsticks as well with 1 to go. And the pistol hasn't gone the way of Five Guys for a long time. Finally falls in their favor.
Five Guys taking that first round with Shadow getting those first 2 picks. Just a really strong player overall. As they go into this default, Glorp Academy is going to be more spread out, not knowing the exact read. Going for the Fade Raise combo.
Oh, ho, ho. FB Shadow with the Outlaw almost gets that sniper shot. An orb has been grabbed. I believe the ultimates that they would be building up towards would be Chaos Showstopper. You'd have to imagine maybe Dark Matter's Nightfall. Is probably gonna be the most powerful picks as well. With a Viper Spit, hasn't got any points towards it. And quite an interesting setup that we've got here. We've got the low, medium, high with an extra player over here on the C site. Those classic right clicks, so powerful. But elsewhere on the map, on the B site, the tip of the spear is cleaving its way through Glorp Academy. The classic, though, Fabron is going to be good for 1, but not for more. Not a flawless, though. Could be better for Five Guys, but they're able to get the round win. They're going to get the plant as well. Good start from them. The question is, do they convert the bonus?
They should convert this bonus just on those first 2 pretty dominant rounds. Looks like they're just gonna go for another default, a little bit more heavy on the B, as they take the spike down C. Glorp Academy is still going to go for rebel control, and then Shadow's just gonna contest this.
Shadow with the Outlaw, I believe, got the tag. No, actually, shot went fully wide. And that peak already has failed him a couple of times. Katie, though.
Beautiful shot.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe we need a vax check right there. You know, KT really been putting the screws to Glorp Academy, silent carry type of performance. But still, slow but steady around the map for Glorp Academy. Five Guys trying to go for this rubble re-clear. The Prowler does not spot Mr. Clean. They're gonna find 1, they're gonna find 2, they're gonna find not the 3rd one because the chamber TP's away. Do they know where this chamber TP is? Fade Gerald comes to the help. Jack gets 2, and that is everything crumbling for Five Guys. After KT got the opening pick, their weapons were just not good enough. The Haunt is going to come through the reveal. It's not spot anything, but it doesn't need to. Mr. Clean gonna try to keep this player distracted. Fabron with the backstab. Great performance from Glorp Academy, who are able to keep 4 rifles alive.
We get the replay from Race Gerald. The first pick and the second pick. Just good aim from Ray Gerald. Five Guys still gonna go for their classic default. Bit of a slower team compared to Glorp Academy. It doesn't look like they're gonna fight Rebel too hard, as Chamber's only been there for the past 2 rounds.
Shadow finally, not with a sniper, but with a Vandal getting that opening pick over onto the A site, and now keeps this Gerald Omen fight, I believe, anchored to the A side. Thavron gets 1. Dark Matter trades for it. So there's nobody on the seaside, and look at that, it rotates so fast from both Thavron and Jack. But Five Guys are gearing up for this A-hit. Have they cleared 5, though? They know the Omen is here. But the kills do not fall their way. And now they're scrambling, trying to find something. You've got the Viper lurking. Chopsticks has been uncharacteristically quiet so far this map.
Toxins going up.
Trying to crack this B site open. Spike dropped. Doesn't matter, over onto Chopsticks. Haunt comes through, doesn't reveal anything. Are they aware that Thavron could be here, still saturated in their hands? Isn't going to find anything but through the smoke. Kaori goes down, Dark Matter still at 10 HP, takes down the duelist, and this Prowler is going to clear the Heaven side. They know somebody could be coming in through Secret. The Snakebite is not perfect, there's still a gap. That Fight is going to be able to push through. Paranoia allow them to push, but tucked away into the smoke is Dark Matter. Chopstick speaks out, and that's a beautiful 2 swing. 3-1. Rifle's good for Five Guys.
As we come into this round 5, we could expect another default on the Five Guys. They've done it almost every single round this entire series. Glorp Academy is kind of scrambling. Trying to figure out who goes where. They get it figured out though. As Five Guys play a bit more heavy on C, the Raise and Fatal could be there to fight it.
Oh, the Mound fight is going to come out clean. It's going to come out good, but not clean, rather, for Glorp Academy. We've got 4 rifles and a sheriff in the hands of Jack. Five Guys now with ultimates online. You can still find something, but Thavron has so much space. Over here, 1 more kill. It will turn into the Convergent Paths, but no, Effie Shadow gonna take their head clean right off.
My blind is dead.
Numbers disadvantage. Number parity, actually, for Five Guys. With how early that pick was got over on Mound, it feels like Glorp Academy were playing from behind, as is usually the case against these Five Guys. But it is 4 guys on 4 guys now. Slowing the piece down. Now only finally opening the tree door. Nightfall comes through, but are they aware of Masoka's positioning? Oh, the shots go wide. This Vice does not get what they wanted. The decay, oh, just barely missing on the snake bite. Could have been deadly for Fight. Now does this Sheriff get it through the box? Yes, it does. High penetration weapon. The head was peeking, but still.
1 enemy remaining.
Numbers advantage truly good. FP Shadow now making this chamber shine on the offense here in Lotus. What can Fight find? It's Gerald Omen, the power of the Gerald. Is it going to be good enough? It was not good enough for the clutch earlier. Gonna tease it, but not even the half is gone. Five Guys really showing us why they chose this attacker side on Lotus.
Going into round 6 now. Probably going to see another default from Five Guys. As I see Glorp Academy. But first, we have to take a look at whatever this is.
It's a teddy bears, I believe. I look away for a second, and I see lots of teddy bears, lots of tacti bears. We know this map has a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of fights over here on Mount. Showstopper being thrown out from Mr. Clean. That is very, very bold. Kaori, though, satchel forward. Effie Shadow now going to get the pig. Stinkers. I believe there was a sheriff. There might have been something there. Now close range, but no, Effie Shadow is still good for it. From the shadows, I believe the TP was taken from Katie all the way into A side. This chamber being a thorn in the side of Glorp Academy. But is this trip going to find Jack? Well, it doesn't matter anymore. because the bandit is good for the kill. The Vandal, it doesn't matter whether it was recovered or not, because Dark Matter, the fate on fate violence. Now they know where Thavron is. And the Refract comes through as time is still ticking down. Paranoia is good. Are they going to be able to find this kill? Yes, they are. Just in the nick of time. The classic is good. But, again, these precious seconds are ticking down. The decay through the orb is just too much. KT gets it. The spike blows up. And Five Guys with another round win. FP Shadow really shining with this chamber. Almost double digits already. 5 out of the first 6 rounds go the way of Five Guys. Glorp Academy, might be time to call a timeout.
Glorp Academy hasn't been really known for calling timeouts this series, though. Yeah, FP
Yeah,
Shadow.
fair enough. I was thinking about
Yeah.
that.
FP Shadow, like I said, being a very dominant solo player.
Speaking of dominance, Mizoku showing what? There's an operator online as well from Thavron as soon as I spotted. Shadow goes to the Shadow Realm now into this B-side silently, but could be deadly. Goes Paranoia is not going to be as good as they expected, but it's only KT now staying alive here on site. Not for long. Fight takes him down. Dark Matter gonna be the only one player left alive. Trying to make their way onto the C site. It's going to be a fade clash. Dark Matter versus Jack. But maybe Dark Matter has other ideas. Sweeping back over to B. The problem is they've got full util, yes, but they don't know what's going on. They're going to hear this player running, though, and now they know that C should be empty. 2 kills away from the Nightfall, but the plant should give them 1 point. So we could see a 1v1 with a Nightfall online for Dark Matter. And still full the most important part to remember. The C's. Strong Decay now knows where the players are coming from. And the spray is good. Dark Matter with the clutch. Five Guys can do no wrong.
We get the replay here to see it. He's just able to spray down the Omen Gerald. Didn't even need her util. Score now 6-1. As Five Guys are going to go for an A rush, it seems like, and leaving Shadow to get a pick or 2 on C.
Avron trying to find something for the sheriff. Really smooth. It's not gonna get any purchase. Very, very heavy. See aggression. Like you said, we know how Glorp Academy likes to go fast. Kaori takes down Fight. Trying to make his way out of the Steel Garden is Kaori themselves. But unable to do so. Very, very smart clear with a Prowler. Stinger, though, still good for 1. These eco frags from Glorp Academy, stronger than you'd imagine. The Sheriff from Thavron isn't going to find anything. The Convergent Paths is available should they want it. There it is. Paranoia, but still gets the 1 tap. KT taking them down. It should be relatively easy. 2v1. The rule has been triggered. The pivot into B seems like the reasonable play. You are vaguely aware of where this vice might be coming from. Weapon advantage should be good, but should is not the same as will. Stinger, good for 1. The tap comes through, and up close, Mizoku. What a crazy map we're having here on Lotus. Clutch responded with a clutch. It was Dark Matter in the previous round. It is Mizoku on this 8th round. Or Vice Gerald for our dear viewers. They prefer, I believe, the Gerald Hive Mind Glorpa in the chat. But wow, I mean, are we being treated or what?
Looks like Five Guys is just gonna go for another A rush. Maybe. They put 2 on B.
want this rubble control, but the operator is back in the hands of Thavron. Secret door broken. Academy FP Shadow has been shining, like we said. There's an Odin in the hands. 2 Odins, actually. Are they both going to go down to this chamber? One threading the needle, and the other one almost there. This is disastrous for Glorp Academy. Jack gets away with their life. From the shadows, reposition. From fight. Trying to reinforce this B site. Sends the smoke over to C. Thavron on the quick peek. But the backstab is here from Katie. Got a bit dicey for a second. Now has that from the shadows available. Not gonna invest it just yet. Over onto the A site we go. What can Thavron find? Knows the player should be coming over from tree. That haunt is going to reveal the Waylay's position. Snake bite to make sure that no one is in drop. Now, the Viper Spit on top of the Viper Orb. That's going to be a lot of decay. A lot of spam potential. 4 or 5 guys. Do Glorp Academy want to go for this? Thavron gets one. Has the conversion pass. The Nightfall on top of it. Ultimates on top of ultimates on top of ultimates. Can they get it done? The Prowlers are there. The defuse is being stuck. And there it is. The bravery from Mazoku after their clutch. Back to back. Crazy moments for this Glorp Academy Vice.
But
Five
Academy's trying
guys.
to bring it back now.
Ooh, indeed. I was going to say 5 guys may be in trouble here.
If Glorp Academy wins this next round, we could see a timeout from 5 guys. But as they go for more of a CB play, putting that chamber on A. I think on B actually.
Oh, the Tour de Force taken down and just almost as soon as it pops. You want to play Let's Puh. Such a famous voice line in the Valorant community. Is it just going to be good for it? Trades abound, but they actually favor 5 guys. Their site entries, so good. They're going to get this planned. They're going to play for Mound. They don't have the ultimates to do so aside from PGs from the shadows. Shouldn't be too impactful, but they know now that there is one player coming over from CT. The operator barrel peeking. What to expect. One player has been spotted, but Mazoku has been on an absolute tear these last few rounds. The Saturate is there. One player hindered. Thavron super aggressive with the operator, but we know they're good for it. Are they going to be able to find the second? Yes, they are! The boomstick is good. And Glorp Academy keep climbing back. If 5 guys didn't call a timeout the previous round, I would certainly expect them to do so this round.
We'll see here in about a couple seconds. First, we get the replay.
Look at that.
Thavron gets one.
So
and the
aggressive,
second
so
with the replay.
good.
And just like we predicted,
There it is.
5 guys calls the timeout.
I mean, are
They
we
talked this
surprised
time
at
out,
this
right?
point?
They call this timeout right. We could end up seeing an 8-4 half.
Mhm.
But if Glorp Academy is just as good, it could go 6-6.
That would be a very, very good scoreline for them. We've talked about that legendary, I guess, 6-6 scoreline, both in Split and Ascent. It did happen in the former, not in the latter. And you can see that right there on the timeline. 3 straight defuses from Glorp Academy. 5 guys are not having much trouble getting the bomb down. It's just that they can't hold a post plant to save their lives, it would seem. They have won 5 out of their 6 rounds just by pure kills. Only 1 bomb detonation. Opposite side, Glorp Academy, 3 out of their 4 round wins come from post plants, from defuse situations. Yes, one of them was a clutch from Vice Cheryl, from Mazoku. Thavron, again, getting the hero play done with the 2K on the operator, but still, doesn't matter how you get it done, as long as it's done. Glorp Academy really starting to get some momentum. They want to keep it going over here onto Mount. Get this operator on the hands of the Wayland. Gets 1, gets 2. This is just brutal. Five Guys have no response for this operator. FP Shadow trying to find a lurk, maybe find a timing here onto the B side. But no, not even going to spot the shoulder of that Gerald Omen from Fight. Two operators now, actually, if you look. One on A, one on C from Glorp Academy. They are swimming in money. The only thing is, if they lose this round, they will most certainly be broke. But two operators and an Odin, I mean, you see why they want to play this way. Chopsticks and FP Shadow, the last two alive, make that only one remaining. Chopsticks might need to save this weapon. Two operators, actually an operator and Odin, waiting for them, and that is going to be Glorp Academy bringing it back within one. Timeout out for Five Guys. They do have some money to put into this last round. It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, the score being 6-5. Global Academy is looking to bring it 6-6 just with their eco. They have the showstopper and the conversion path in cycle. But aside of Five Guys, they also have the showstopper and the Thunder Shadows.
Showstopper might just be the key to this round. Prowler destroyed and the paranoia. Is it gonna come through? Not early enough. Favron takes down Kaori. Five Guys, I think we can say it officially, have an operator problem. Favron has been absolutely destroying them. This Waylay making a serious case for MVP should Glorp Academy claim the W. 6-6, half on the cards for them. Very long lurk, all the way almost up into tree, still not opening the door from Chopsticks. But it seems like the hit is going to be over on the C side. The problem is that Five Guys don't know there is heavy presence here. You've got both Fight and Mizoku. Smoke comes through to dice up the sides. They know that the Vice is here. Prowler and the confirmation. Now into the smoke goes Happy Shadow, but Fight takes him down. Convergent paths all the way from B to put a little more stall on it should it be required. Katie, however, has slipped with it from the shadows into the backline. The problem is that you keep losing players all around the map. These operators are killing you, and now you don't even get the backstab kill. If you're this Omen, it's going from back to worse. You hear the TP over into the top. Five Guys started this half so well, but it's all crumbled for them. Still gonna be a nightfall here after the plant for Dark Matter. Is just getting rushed, though. They know all these players are coming through. Is good for one. We've seen clutches from this Fade before. What can they find? Are they going to cast the ultimate? Has a little bit of a delay, but it is going to go. Catches all three players. Gonna get the one in heaven. This Decay is so strong. No cease to make good on it. Are they gonna line up? No, they're not. Amazoku also with a very strong performance. Throws out the Steel Garden in celebration. 6-6 from Glorp Academy. And what a comeback that is.
Switching sides.
I kind of thought Dark Matter was going to get that clutch.
Pause it for a second. I believed for a second as well.
Yeah. 6-6 should see the mental reset for both teams here.
Now we wait.
As Global Academy will probably go for the rush, as they have been tending to do that these past two maps. Going into the second half of map 3. And it looks like Five Guys is gonna go for a B play. Okay, so you're on B. Owen is spot Paranoia.
Guys trying to find something on the defense that they could not on the offense. Kaori and Dark Matter combined for 4 kills. And in the blink of an eye, maybe there were some collaterals here. Well, no collaterals technically, because those do show up on the feed. But really just headshot after headshot after headshot. Very quick succession of kills. Fight on this Omen isn't doesn't escape unscathed. Only 35 HP. 1 versus 3. Such a difficult scenario. 5 guys, after not claiming a single pistol in the previous map, are well on their way to claim 2 over here on Lotus. Fight about to peek into the sidelines of Shadow's Headhunter. Just a body shot will do it. Not gonna find it. There it is, finally into the smoke. Had to do it the hard way, but gets it done. That's all that matters. No ghosts were saved, I believe, by 5 guys, but you know, when you're gonna go into a buy, it doesn't really matter that much, does it?
Yeah, the score now 7-6. 5 guys are gonna buy up with Shadow buying that Outlaw.
Bonne chance, mes amis.
But Glorp Academy's gonna go for another C rush.
You know just how fast they like to play. We know this Outlaw can be so strong against no shields. Wow, Mr. Clean raised Gerald trying to satchel in, but the Spectre from Chopsticks is good. Some chip damage with that right click on the classic and the plant that goes down. We know they like to get these plants down, and as a plant enjoyer myself, I do respect it very heavily. FB Shadow, though, the flicks back and forth with the Outlaw and one with the Headhunter. Azuka gets one for the road. That is going to be a very, very hard task. And from behind, Kaori with the backstab. This tour de force well on route. The showstopper as well, you'd have to imagine. The one that's going to be worked towards. Really, really clean, I'd say, all things considered, from 5 guys. No flawless, but still good.
As they go to this bonus now, score being 8-6. We'll see which side they favor towards with our buy. Glorp Academy going for the full buy. Fajil got the Odin. Fairly strong Odin map right now.
Yeah, tree got patched a little bit, but still paper
It's still
walls.
very strong
This
there.
map we know and love.
As Glorp Academy go for the A rush.
Very, very heavy a presence. Oh, the nade takes down Kaori. Their own nade and C's combo did not work. Favron gonna be there for one. The judge was not good, but the Spectre might be from Dark Matter. 4 on 3 now. 5 guys surely have to know that when Glorp Academy rush like this, they are committed 100%. Lawrence go over to drop into the backside goes Mr. Clean, gets the kill. The classic, oh, not gonna be good enough from Chopsticks. Is the Spectre gonna be better? No, it's not. And just FB Shadow, last one alive, with this Outlaw trying to find some magic. Maybe some of that chip damage could be good enough, but as soon as I say the Odin takes him down. Good round win from Glorp Academy. They glorped all over 5 guys, and they bring it back to within 1 round.
Thank you for the info. As we go into this
Chat
round
knows what I'm
16,
talking
that
about.
says.
Chat knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up. But yeah, 8-7 now. 5 guys is not putting A1B as Glorp Academy go for the A rush.
And just so very heavy right here. Fight getting the better of Katie. Katie has been probably the leading omen in this map, or in this entire series actually. But for the moment, Glorp Academy have the numbers. The question is, are they going to hit A? We were just talking about how these heavy hits generally mean a side slam, but if they do not progress, 5 guys have the right read. They are not going to go towards A. The question is, where exactly are they going? They know that it's not C for now because they've got that trademark, that chamber trip, spotting the entrance. But to be they go. Good read from Chopsticks to throw out that snake bite. Over the top goes Mr. Clean. Race Gerald.
30 seconds left.
Plant will go down.
Spike planted.
3-on-4 retake for 5 guys. Prowler is going to miss Mr. Clean this shorty at short range. Vandal will do it just as well. 2 versus 4 now. Very, very tough task. FB Shadow gets the first one. Opener is good enough. The Arc Rose Flash will be coming through. Paranoia goes just wide. Well, the spam with the Odin can be so strong. And there it is. Chopsticks good for 1, but not for more. Another Gerald ace as Glorp Academy tie it up at 8 apiece.
That's 3 Gerald aces now. 1 on each map.
We could be at a high number. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, the score 8-8 now. Glorp Academy is still gonna go for that A rush. As Fly guys are expecting C, only leaving Shadow on the A site. Shadow gonna get a pick. Tour de Force.
Oh, the Tour de Force has been brought out. The only real weapon in this round. But through the smoke is actually gonna get 1. Okay, that's already more than I expected. I did not think that was a smart investment, but maybe being proven wrong. Bandits and Sheriffs. Only FB Shadow with a classic. Thorns are going to be thrown out. Oh, Fabron is not gone on the first one, but is on the second one. The plant will come through. Jack making good on that Odin. Dark Matter really had a strong case for best fate in this map, but now they're tending it around. Kaori, though, with the bandit through the box. That's the high penetration that we were promised with this weapon. Now into tree they go. Mizoku good for 1. These weapons still not ideal. Fuse starting to be held. The Sheriff good for 1, good for 2, and that is going to be it. Seemingly out of nowhere. The Thrifty is good from 5 guys. They maintain their lead.
Just a beautiful retake from 5 guys out there, bringing their score up to 9 now. What will Glorp's Academy rush be this time? Seems like they're leaning towards B.
Look at the buy, it's not perfect. You've got to imagine Mr. Clean that Gerald Race is going to invest the Showstopper. That's why they have purchased no weapon. There's an operator in the hands of FP Shadow over on C Mountain watching the long one. There it is. We've got the Showstopper, but the Paranoia is so good from KT. This Omen has been good for it over and over and over again, and just keeps getting it done. The plan does come through. Showstopper from Kaori. Dark Matter gonna be the one finding the kill. Nightfall. The players are in heaven. That is going to be traits abound. 4 on 2. Numbers advantage. 4, 5 guys. FP Shadow takes 1, and poor fight. Oh, poor fight gets 1. Could have gotten the lineup for a few more, but not gonna be able to get it done. Something interesting that I'm noticing is that 5 guys are not picking up the Odins dropped by that Gerald Fade. I believe it's Jack, but still double digits for them.
What I'm guessing is that they don't use the Odin very much. None of them in general. Yeah, as they bring this score to 10, they're going to put more pressure towards A this time, expecting them to do an A rush if they're going to fight for Rebel. But Glorp Academy is going to take that mount space. Contesting Shadow, who has been just very dominant this entire map.
Doesn't spot the chamber. The shot goes wide, though. TP has to be taken. A little bit of a broken buy. Not perfect. From Glorp Academy, we do see 3 rifles. But only 2 of them are Phantom or Vandal. The other one's a Bulldog. We've got the Odin and a Stinger. But it doesn't matter when you're getting kills like that. Convergent Paths comes through. Reposition from the shadows. KT has been a shining beacon of hope for 5 guys. Saturate comes through. KT still with the paranoia in hand, expecting a player here on drop, gets a headshot onto Mr. Clean. Spike has been planted. That decay will affect them briefly. The Cease. Not for long. 4-on-4 retake. FB Shadow has the operator. Dark Matter taken down, though. Fade on fade violence. Kills are being found. Flanks on flanks on flanks. Numbers do not favor Five Guys. Weaponry doesn't either. This Odin is so strong for the spam. KT is going to go down to it. And that is another Gerald Ace for Glorp Academy, keeping themselves in the game. Just one behind now.
Yeah, Glorp Academy bringing the score closer. Are we going to see another 13-9? Will Five Guys win these next 3 rounds, or is this going to be a closer game? As Glorp Academy goes,
this time.
As Glorp Academy goes to lean towards C. They've done a rush almost every single round. The Viper may go
But
down.
the Viper spit so early online. Now going to be opening this door. Oh, it was a fake, but they were not expecting the players on the other side of it. The spam does come through, and I'm still puzzled as to why Five Guys are not countering this Odin play. They know that there is an Odin online. They know that the spam can and will come through in those kinds of situations, even in the post plan, like in the previous round. They seemingly have no response for it. It's a 3-on-3 now. The operator once again in the hands of FP Shadow. Gonna get smoked off the line now. Over here on C. So we gotta know that something's up. The information is being relayed. The saving grace, I'd say, for Glorp, for Five Guys, sorry, is that multiple players on Glorp Academy are very low. It doesn't matter if you're low. An operator shot will do you in just as well. And there it is. Very, very good retake from Five Guys. Maybe not as strong of a... not as strong a start to the round as they would have wished, but the retake, just flawless, magnificent.
As they bring their number to 11. See the scoreline many times.
Yeah,
Five Guys only needs 2
we are still on course for
rounds.
13-9.
Yeah. What will Glorp Academy's rush be this time? As Five Guys puts Chamber in A, Ray's gonna go C. 3 people are gonna go C. And Ray's gonna waste the satchel. Going for the A rush. They just don't want to fight the op.
Do not want to fight the up indeed. Hurry. We're good for one, but the trades come through. Mound, we know how chaotic it can get around here. And the kills once again. The Geralds favor of Glorp Academy. Onto the side they go. KT gets one. And this fade is so low. Teases the plan. Paranoia could come through. We know just how strong the Phantom is for that spam. Chopsticks gets one. Jack is so low, but does have the Nightfall. Is going to spot one. This Prowler will lock in instantly. But FB Shadow, do they have the wall bang?
Spike planted.
No, they do not. Couple times closed, but no cigar.
Teleport's ready.
Steel Garden comes out from Azoku. Gonna deny the primary weapons. Of no players, actually, because it did not hit anything. Now the Haunt gets broken. She just misses the timing. This Odin, oh, is so good. Through the wall. 2 versus 1. Chopsticks
One enemy
really only
remaining.
needs to take down this Vice. Because now the Odin is oh so low. But the flank is going to come through. Another Gerald Ace. We're finally going to break the 13-9 curse. 11-10, still within 1, our Glorp Academy.
This game could go either way still. As we see 4 people go to B and then scatter. Glorp Academy's rush is gonna be towards the A side this time, but they're gonna go for B play. Five Guys is.
Over on the line, but it's not good enough from FP Shadow with the Headhunter. The best buy from Five Guys, and they are just bleeding members. This could very well be not just the tie-up from Glorp Academy, but a flawless round to do so. KT and Chopsticks now. They know there's a sheer wall in here. The TP right into the crosshairs of Fight. It seems like Glorp Academy gets stronger as the map goes on. It happened on Ascent. It happened in the first round of this game. It's happening in the second half of this game. Chopstick's gonna be good for one. Maybe try to get another one. But it's just not going to be it. And that is, I believe, 3 Gerald aces in maybe like 4 rounds, 5 rounds. Back-to-back Gerald aces for sure. As it is tied up at 11 apiece.
The timeout will come from Five Guys, I'm assuming.
Unsurprising. Not surprising whatsoever. They really need to get themselves together.
Voices in my head just confirmed.
You hear the voices too? So it's not just me?
Yeah.
God! Twins! All right. Let's focus up. Let's focus up. Right here, we've got Five Guys that really need to find something here, because you can see some rounds interspersed here and there. But Glorp Academy, after that, losing the pistol and the anti-eco, they win 2, lose 2, win 1, lose 1, win 2. Are they going to lose 2 here to Five Guys after the timeout? They sure would like to break this pattern. And it seems that they are primed for it. The economy is not in its best state for Five Guys, but they are still going to have enough for a buy rifles and light shields and a tour de force as well. You'd have to imagine pop from FPS Shadow. The question is, very heavy presses from both teams over on A. Who comes out on top?
Really no telling. I think it depends if the total force gets a pick or not.
Want to play? Let's play.
That's a key. Who wants to play? Or Voltorb is being grabbed. I'm not sure if that's a showstopper online for Kaori, but it doesn't matter because KT will just mow them down. The cherry on top from FP Shadow in the blink of an eye. It is Five Guys reminding us why they are the #1 seed in the playoffs, why they went 7-0 in the regular season, and why they will most likely bring themselves to match and to series point, just 1 round and a half away from advancing into the upper bracket finals. Prowler is going to spot Fight. This Omen Gerald really only wanting to save this Phantom if possible. But I'd say that's a pretty good response out of the timeout from Five Guys.
Gotta be a pretty tough save. Seems like they're just gonna hold the bomb though.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, their own economy is not the greatest. They did have to go for several light shields with their rifles. They're just watching maybe for a little flank, maybe see what's going on with this Omen. Did he get lost around the map? Is he doing a little bit of tourism, as I like to call it? Just checking out the sights. Maybe Shadow could recover a rifle from the ground. I'd be very surprised if that does not happen. This Chamber needing something going into the next round, or maybe waiting for the operator buy on the next one. We will see what happens, but that is going to be it. Match point, series point for Five Guys. Where is the response from Glorp Academy? Will they call their first time out of the series? What's your call, Kirby?
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna call the timeout. They just don't do it.
Well, I don't know about you, but the round timer is paused. So let's see what the voices in our heads say.
Tech pause.
It is Tech Pause,
Tech Pause from Five
Five
Guys.
Guys.
That's what I'm
Well, that
hearing.
is not good. Maybe, I mean, I'd imagine maybe from FP Shadow didn't grab a Vandal at the end of the previous round. You've got to wonder if maybe they were having some problems on that end. Yeah, I mean, it's just,
The voices just
I'm hearing the
confirm.
voices just confirm what I'm saying. I mean, that is, you cannot imagine how big of an ego boost that is. Because usually with Tech Pause, it could really be anything. But I'm really proud of myself for having that read right there. Speaking of reads, beautiful read from Five Guys, knowing that Glorp Academy were going to go for the A hit very, very heavily out of the timeout. Was it a gamble stack? Can't tell for sure, but it was certainly the right call. Now, Glorp Academy just one round away from pushing it into overtime, so not dead in the water just yet. But what do we have
With both
here?
teams having their showstoppers online, could hold up for a chaotic round. Same with the Tour de Force back online.
So it's going to be an operator, actually. Not the Tour de
But
Force. I believe maybe that little disconnect could have been the cause for Spectra not recognizing the guns. Kaori and KT and FP Shadow combined for 3, combined for 4, and surely this is going to be it. Five Guys, the showstopper could be the cherry on top. Not gonna find the explosion, but Thavron has been so good for Glorp Academy. Has been their MVP, their shining beacon of light. The only non-Gerald player has a very ugly surprise waiting on the line. Knows the operator's shot buzzes right by their ears. Prowler will confirm presence here. This is all but a foregone conclusion, aware that there might be a flank coming through. Death by 1,000 cuts. Gets one, but it won't be enough. Five Guys prevail. They show us why we should never count them out, why we should still respect them, why they are the #1 seed, and why they have advanced to the upper bracket finals.
Really close game that was just played. The first two maps going 13-9 in each team's favor, and then this last one going 13-11. Glorp Academy could easily make a lower bracket run, making themselves to the grand finals.
It's as close as it gets, really, but at the end of the day, it is going to be Five Guys prevailing. 3 players on 20 plus kills. KT coming out on top. FP Shadow, Dark Matter as well. Great performances from them. Chopsticks avoiding that negative stat line as well. And Kaori, you know, being a little bit of the sacrificial lamb. You know how those entry duelists usually go. You can see it over on the other side. Mr. Clean with that Gerald Race. Also not getting that Katie in the positives. But on the side of Glorp Academy, Thavron leading the way. Almost had it. Jack as well had a few clutches of their own. Mizoku fight. Trying, but simply unable to get it done. It was just a bit too far away, and yeah, I think the numbers the numbers just prove it. Really, Five Guys, they just got it done. They wanted it more. Funnily enough, we see 13 first kills to 11 first kills. That's the exact stat line that we had for our game as well. One could think that this means that every round where a team got the first kill was a round that they won, but those who watched it know that the story was nothing like it. Thrifty's finally coming out from Five Guys. Very, very important clutches as well for both sides. Post plants, maybe Five Guys' weakness over on Ascent, but it has been solved. They were able to close it out on top of Glorp Academy. Just a round away from overtime, but still, Kirby, I think we can confidently say that they are still the team to beat. Five Guys are. And also, I think we can say that Academy, they are a serious threat in this tournament, and teams should be very scared of them. And maybe it's a bit early to call it, but Kirby, I wouldn't be surprised if these were our grand finals again in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, same. This is Glorp Academy. I wonder how strong normal Glorp is.
Well, Glorp is in the lower bracket, playing against
Oh,
Albert
really?
V2. After Glorp Academy took down Albert V3. So,
Okay.
there's the Glorpiness spreads through the bracket, but for the moment, it's gonna have to stay in the lower bracket. Now, I do believe we have an MVP for this game. Could have been KT, could have been Dark Matter, but it is going to go to the one and only FP Shadow. That chamber was really, really shining through. I do believe we have them here for an interview courtesy of Dubby Delivery. FP Shadow, my friend, how are you doing? Congrats on that win.
Thank you very much for having me. Obviously, it's feeling good. The whole team did great today. Everybody stepped up when we needed them most, and we managed to pull through.
That's absolutely fantastic to hear. I want to get your thoughts on how that series went. I did hear that Ascent also didn't go very well for you lot yesterday. Is that maybe a map that's going to be banned in the future? Do you already have a permaban, so you kind of have to let Ascent go through? Are you maybe gonna try to practice it a little bit more in scrims? How's that little weakness gonna be targeted?
We're not worried at all. It's just we had Jet instead of Neon. We played Neon a lot on that map, and basically all maps. So we were basically handicapped these 2 days, but we still managed to pull through, which proves that we are just better.
Yeah, unfortunately, that neon nerf or neon, I guess global nerf, coming through. Kirby, you got any questions for our MVP?
Um, Not sure what the bracket's looking like right now, but do y'all think y'all will make grand finals winning the upper finals?
100%. I mean, at the rate that we're playing, we have been slacking off recently. I can't lie, but since we have more off time now, and we're not playing back to back anymore, we will be back in the lab and focusing on different things we have to work on, such as Ascent, as everyone knows, and just like basic skills that we have to work on, like trading each other better and playing together more.
All right, that's wonderful to hear. Finally, I think we're just gonna give you the stage before we say goodbye to you, let you go back to your team. Do you have any shout outs, anything that you want to say? Any words for the people cheering for you in Twitch chat? Any words for your opponents for Glorp Academy? Just take the floor.
Shout out to the team, the coach, and for working hard overnight and like having the plans out for us on what we have to do, how we should play. And shout out to the real fans out there that aren't switching up on us now, that were hating on us before. We know who you are. And
well,
honestly, yeah,
fake fans.
we will
Fake
prove
fans,
ours.
consider
We will
yourselves
prove you
called
wrong.
out. There you go. There you have it. Confident words from FPS Shadow, or FP Shadow, sorry. Thank you so very much for that interview. Post-match MVP, of course, brought to you by Dubby Delivery. Use code EMPRESS Val to get 10% off those energy tubs to keep you as energized as our winners from today. Because, wow, that was a long series. That was a 3-map banger. 13-9 in favor of 5 guys on Split. 13-9 going over to Glorp Academy on Ascent. And finally, 13-11 to close it out on Lotus. Kirby, thoughts on that series? How are you feeling? Are you sweating like I am?
I mean, it kind of is a little hot in my room, so I probably am sweating like you are.
Well,
Yeah,
I can't
overall,
believe that was
it was a pretty good series. 13-9, 13-9, 13-11.
Very, very intense, I think, is the word
Yes.
to describe it. Now, of course, we have the bracket right here. Maybe not up on the broadcast, but I can tell you behind the scenes. Days with their families. Of course, in the lower bracket, we've got Kuru versus Albert V3. After Albert V3 were taken down by Glorp Academy just 1 week ago here live on broadcast. And Glorp, plain Glorp, against Albert V2, the Eastern and the Western. Alive in the lower bracket. We're not going offline just yet. We went from an amazing moment from Rat having the bracket ready to a facepalm moment from Rat, and I think that that basically encapsulates how this day has been. Production issues, camera issues, tech issues, mic issues, face palms all around. Yet still, I think we can say that it was so enjoyable, an absolute banger of a series that we had. Props to both Five Guys and Glorp Academy. Kirby, any thoughts before we say goodbye?
Just GG to both teams.
GG to both teams indeed. That was a fantastic show that they put on for us for today. That is going to be all the action that we will bring you for this week of EMPRESS. Of course, we will have our next week of playoffs streamed. If we can get both of the games live, we will get those to you in the lower bracket. Glorp Academy again awaiting an opponent. From Kuru versus Albert V3. The loser of Rasengan versus Infinite Zero will also be on broadcast next week against the winner of Glorp and Albert V2. And if you want to take part in potentially future playoffs here at EMPRESS, make sure to join our Discord server. We are getting ready for season 2. Will come online a little bit after we are done with season 1. I'm not entirely sure if we have a chat command for that. Maybe exclamation mark Discord if you want to learn more. This is a very open community, always welcoming to new players of all ranks as well. We have these mixed teams to make sure they are as balanced as possible. Let me see if the voices in my head are telling me what the command is actually for chat. It is exclamation point Discord because, of course, I am right. I am always right because I am your host, Alligator. And with Kirby by my side, it has been an absolute pleasure to bring you the action from these upper bracket semifinals. As always, thank you so much to everyone behind the scenes. The production team is always wonderful. Thank you so much to the players for delivering this exhilarating 3 maps of Valorant that we have had today. And of course, first and foremost, thanks to you, the viewers. I always say it, we couldn't do this without your support. We do this, we do what we love because we want to put on a great show for you. So on behalf of everyone here at EMPRESS, we will be signing out for the night. Take care, sleep well, get some good rest, and we will see you around for more great Valorant next week.